Hi, my name is Zoey Kapusinski, and I'm a PLI teacher. One of my favorite things about being a teacher is getting to spark curiosity and wonder in my learners. As a biology teacher, I am privileged to take my students on a journey through the natural world from the microscopic level to the entire biosphere. At high school, it is far too common for students to sink into a quagmire of graduation requirements, heightened expectations, and looming responsibilities. I want to both get my kids excited to learn and help them build the skills they'll need to be successful in my classroom and beyond. In order to meet learners where they're at, I like to implement the modern classroom teaching model, which is based on 3 pillars: self-paced learning, mastery-based grading, and blended instruction. I create short lecture videos on every topic, and I embed them with checks for understanding using Edpuzzle. Students can watch them at their own pace, pausing and rewinding as needed while they take their guided notes. Then they engage in practice activities, which range from building models, completing lab activities, doing POGLs collaboratively, and independent practice. Before they can move on to the next lesson topic, they take a brief mastery check, which you can think of as like a short quiz. If students meet mastery, they can move on to the next lesson. If they do not meet mastery, I have time to meet with them one-on-one or in small groups for remediation, because I'm not busy lecturing to the whole class all period. This model allows learners to move on at their own pace while still being held accountable for their learning. It also encourages the development of time management skills and grants them greater autonomy and responsibility for their learning. In the exit survey for my students from last year, about half of them said their favorite thing about my class was the format, because it allowed them to move at their own pace, and the mastery-based grading allowed them to make mistakes but continue learning from them without being permanently penalized in the gradebook. When I was a student, I stressed so much over maintaining a 4.0 that my joy for learning was steadily compressed each year of high school. I truly am hopeful that students in my classroom are given the opportunity to learn deeply rather than temporarily cramming and memorizing content for a single summative assessment. Thanks for watching!